Okay, so as always we're going to start with a primer. So I have got my Urban Decay Primer Potion, and this is going to go all the way over the lid, and you can also take just a teeny bit on the lower outer corner, but not all the way in, because we're only going to be placing shadows on the very outer corner. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a black liner, and this is my MAC Technical eyeliner in Graph Black, and I'm just going to line the upper waterline. Okay, so we've lined the upper waterline because we're not going to be putting an eyeliner on the top lash line, so I just want to make the lashes look as thick as possible. So I'm just going to grab my Sleek Oh So Special palette, and I'm going to first of all place a little bit of this colour here, which is called Bow, and I'm just going to place a little bit of that completely over the lid, just to give it a nice sort of like sheer wash of colour. And then the next colour I'm going to take is this one here, and this is called Gatto. It's a nice kind of shimmery iridescent pink colour. So this is just going to go very lightly right on top of that bow colour. We're just looking for a nice kind of pale pinky shimmered colour. So that's why we put the bow down first, because if we'd have put the Gatto down first, it probably wouldn't have given us a pale of enough colour. So I'm just going to pat this here, and then if you want to take some of that bow on its own and put it in the tear duct area like that, you can. Do the same on the other side. So the next colours I'm going to take is I am going to mix this one here, which is called Boxed, I think, yeah, Boxed, and then I'm going to be taking this one here, which is called Organza. So I'm just going to lightly dab into, I can't even see what I'm doing, into one and then the other, and I'm just going to place this in the crease area in very small circles. All we want to do is create a kind of shadow in the crease, just to give us a bit of definition to the eye. So you don't want to be really placing a huge amount of colour, you just want to kind of create a bit of a shadow. So that is all we are doing. And then we're just going to blend it up and out towards the brow bone. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this one here, which is called Gift Basket, and this is going to go right in the socket area and then on the outer lid. So we just want to create a kind of like an outer V with that Gift Basket colour. And then taking this shade here, which is called the Male, I'm just going to blend out the colours we have just placed, so that they kind of blend into nothing and there's no harsh lines. And then for our highlight, you can either use Bow on its own, or you can mix a bit of Bow and Pamper and create kind of a nice pale peach highlight. So I'm going to do that and just place that at the highest point of our brow, or our brow bone I should say. Okay, so once we're happy with the colour placement, you just want to check over to make sure that you're happy with the depth of the colours. So I want to put a little bit more of a pink shimmer onto the lid, so I'm going to take a little bit more of this Gatto colour, and I'm just going to place this right on top of the lid, so that it gives us a nice kind of reinforcement of the colour. Okay, so I'm just going to take the brush that I use to apply my eyebrows. So this has just got a little bit of MAC Mystery and MAC Typographic mixed on it, but you can easily use that, the Male colour, or you could use one of the darker colours. But all I'm going to do with this is just run this along the very outer corner on the lower lash line, just to give a little deposit of colour, just so that our eyes have got a little bit of dimension. So it's not going to be much, especially if you drop your brush on the floor like I did. It's going to be mascara, so like I said earlier, there's going to be no eyeliner on the top lid unless you really want it. So I'm going to go in with mascara now. So I have got my Bourjois Volume Fast and Perfect mascara, and I'm just going to apply this to the eyes. And then just a little bit of my Clinique Lower Lash Mascara onto the bottom lashes. Okay, so now that the eyes are done, it's time to move on to the lips. But first of all, I will show you what is on the face. So I have got my Benefit Hoola bronzer, as per usual, as a contour. I have not applied any blush today because as this is kind of like a school / office look, not everybody is comfortable wearing blusher. So if you want to apply a blush, just apply something really neutral, really good to kind of illuminate your skin tone. So I probably would have chosen the Milani Mineral Blush in Luminous. And then because we are kind of going for a highlighted kind of fresh faced look, I also used a shimmery highlight, which is my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, but you very easily could have used the Bow eyeshadow colour from the Sleep palette just for a matte look, and if you wanted to you could have always added in some of that Gatto colour just to give it a little bit of a shimmer. So moving on to the lips, because the eyes are so neutral you can get away with pretty much any look, but because this is a school kind of office look, I'm going to go for more of a neutral look to show you. So to start with, I applied my Burt's Bees lip balm just to give them some moisture because my lips are going through hell in the cold weather. So the colour I'm going to use today is going to be this one, and it's MAC Pretty Please, and I'm just going to apply this to the lips. So as you can see, it's just a very neutral lip. You could wear a new pink lip, you could wear a coral lip, you could wear a new pink lip with some gloss. If you're not a fan of lipstick, you could always just wear the gloss. And if you're feeling really daring and in a really good mood, you could always wear a vibrant red lip. So this is a really changeable look. You can use whatever shade lipstick you want to match your personal preference and your personal taste and maybe the mood on the day. But other than that, this is my kind of school office look. So yeah, if you want to get rid of the red lips, that's completely fine. Obviously it's not everybody's choice, but yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until my next video I shall see you all soon. Bye!